Hello guys, there's news going on reports that WWE is making low ball offers to former stars to return for the WWE brand split. Now WWE is looking to bring back notable stars who were released in recent years to beef up the Raw and SmackDown rosters, but it's reportedly not going as quickly expected. According to a report in the Last Wrestling Observer newsletter, a lot of the talent who've been contacted by WWE about returning declined the offer. Numerous former WWE superstars reportedly felt the money wasn't good enough to return to go back on the road with the company. You know, working for the WWE, it's hard. You know, you work 365 days. You know, even if you work part-time or full-time, you know, it does put a beating on you. And that's why, you know, the superstars don't want that schedule. You know, they could work part-time. If you don't want to work a full-time schedule, that's okay. You don't have to. You can work a part-time like Brock Lesnar. You can work a part-time schedule, you know, just for the big pay-per-views events, you know. They could come back. Just use the guys for, you know, the big pay-per-views, you know, SummerSlam, WrestleMania. Even if they don't want to wrestle, you don't have to wrestle. Just be trainers if they want. You know, you can still work for the WWE, but work as trainers. You know, train the new people down at, you know, NXT or at the Performance Center. Train these guys for the, you know, for the future of the WWE. But see, they don't want to come back because Vince McMahon is offering them low money. Now, I can understand how they feel, because if you're getting low money, you're not going to want to come back. You know, if you want to come, you know, if you want to go back to WWE, which they would go back to WWE, but they want more money because they know the schedule. They worked for WWE. They know how things go. They know how things work. So if, you know, you want me to come back, then you gotta, you know, I want more money then. But they declined it all. They don't want to come back because of the money that Vince McMahon is offering those guys. Now, one name speculated to be among the group is MVP. According to the Observer, the two sides are still open to talks, but it doesn't sound like MVP will be taking WWE up on their offer for him to return to their programming. MVP hasn't worked WWE since 2010. You know, I read all the comments on my news that I did yesterday about MVP not returning to WWE, and I do agree on a lot of people that say, you know, I'm not a huge fan of MVP. I don't want him back in the WWE. I read all your comments, guys, and I understand how you guys feel about that. I don't want to see MVP back. I don't. I feel like, you know, he didn't really go nowhere in WWE. You know, I'm the highest paid money guy on the SmackDown. You know, with the suits and everything. You know, MVP. You know, that he was a baller and everything. I just didn't like him. You know, MVP never drew me in, and I feel like if he came back to WWE and wrestled, I wouldn't like it. The casual fans wouldn't even know who the heck he was. If he came back to WWE, the casual fans wouldn't know who he was. Wouldn't know who he is. Because the people who come from NXT, they don't know who they are. The casual fans don't even know who they are. But when Enzo Amore came up, they got a big, huge pop. You know, the casual fans still don't know, you know, what would happen. So if any wrestlers came back, the casual fans won't know who they are. I would just have MVP work as a trainer. Have MVP work down at the Performance Center. So I just don't see him coming back. I don't see him doing it. You know, I know Vince McMahon is trying to reach out to people because the whole brand extension. You know, Vince probably thought, you know, since the brand extension is happening, people are going to come back to WWE. It does not work that way, Vince McMahon. just because you're doing their brand extension, you automatically think that the wrestlers are going to come back and help you out. It's just not going to go that way. People, they don't want to come back to WWE. You know, they're happy where their life is, and you just got to accept that. The fans don't want to come back. The wrestlers don't want to come back and work for you again. So, we know Shelton Benjamin's coming back. I'm happy Shelton's coming back. I'm a huge fan of Shelton. He's going to be on SmackDown. He's going to be on the SmackDown brand. You know, Shelton Benjamin could have been a huge star in WWE, man. He could have been a main event star. You know, he's a good performer. He's very good athletic. He's a good technical wrestler. He's a good high flyer. He's a hard worker. He busts his ass in that ring ever since I started watching him in WWE at that time. You know, he was a good tag team champion. I liked him. You know, with with Charlie Haas. You know, the world's greatest tag team. I love that tag team. He was a U.S. champion. He was in the Money in the Bank matches, 2005 and so on. But he never got that pop. He never got that main event star match. And he could have got it. And he just didn't get that opportunity. And I think, in my opinion, that he deserves it. So, him coming back to SmackDown, I'm pretty interested to see what they're going to do for him. But I hope they book him right. And I hope they use him right. Until then, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this. Also, follow me on Twitter at TheTalkShow101. I'll leave it in the description for you guys below. The article is below too. It's from SEScoops.com below. Until then, guys, I'll see you on the next show. Subscribe.